and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Free Fridays here at the ASU Esports Lounge. My name is Alon. I will be your caster for tonight, casting some great League of Legends. Not 5v5 though. We're not on the Rift today. We're on the Howling Abyss playing some ARAM Mayhem. So you can expect some chaos tonight. A little bit about the format. We're going to be running we have 6 teams here duking it out for some awesome prizes. We're going to do a round robin for the first half, and then the second half, our top 4 will move on to the bracket stage where they'll compete for the crown tonight in our Free Friday tournament. So really excited to see what is going to be going on tonight. I've personally, I haven't played a lot of ARAM, Mayhem specifically. I warmed up with a game just to kind of get my bearings. It is crazy. I think my one game was Lulu, like hybrid. It was Dusk and Dawn Lulu with like hybrid AP AD like AD carry things. Wasn't good, but it was fun. So hoping to see some shenanigans like that tonight. Hoping to see some, I don't know, AD Ivern or something like that. We'll see what these players can cook up, because I believe in them. I think there's going to be some very fun things to talk about. But yeah, the players are just getting ready right now. We're getting our first few teams just in lobby, queued up. I'm not sure if there's any sources we can look at for the.
We're just gonna go to a hold.
Yeah, but once we do, we'll have a match for you. We're gonna go on hold until then, and we'll see you for the first match of tonight's Free Friday event.
I'm so sorry. 2 of the teams are unable to play right now.
All right, and we are here for our first game of the round robin. We have Team Handicapped versus Team Noobs here on Howling Abyss. The Jace, Asol, Lucian comp fighting against the Master Yi, the Gwen, and that Nunu and Woolump. Very interesting comp here already. Master Yi, a terror on the Rift. We'll see how he does on the Howling Abyss. I believe there are some changes to Yi. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but we'll see if they make any meaningful difference. First thing that stands out to me, Lucian, very traditionally early game, and then Asol is going to be stacking up a lot if that game even gets that long. I believe the stacks are, again, modified for ARAM, just so we can get the stacks up more and earlier. Jace has also been really good, at least on in recent patches for Summoner's Rift. A lot of prio in competitive league. But then again, this is ARAM Mayhem. All that's out the window. You know, I do have a little bit of intel on the players themselves. Owisum is, you know, on Team Handicapped, but that team is anything but handicapped. Yeah, Gwen, Owisum is D4. Well, I believe Judge, Amy, DC Gaming is, this is their first game ever. So, again, a Mayhem, anything can happen. So we'll see what the game looks like in just a moment as we kick to the game. Alright, and we are in. If you have not played ARAM Mayhem, or have not played recently, there are a couple of changes with the success of the game mode. It is now here to stay, I'm pretty sure. And if you're familiar with TFT, then you will be familiar with the set combos, or like any sort of auto chess kind of synergy. So the more augments you get, and we'll see augments a little bit later into the game, but each champion will get kind of modifications to their powers. And if you get the same kind of class of power, whoa, disrespect here from the Asol, immediately going for the poke onto the Gwen. But yeah, as you get those augments, they will kind of modify and get stronger. And as of the April Fool's update, those Poros are going to grab, they're going to grab arms. But now we're going to go to our first fight. We're just going to go straight in. Nunu Will going to knock up the Jace. Jace going to try to walk back, hammer form to try to reduce that damage. And lots of chunk. Lots of chunking going on. Donut's already on low HP. And Nunu going in, knocking up the Lucian, going straight in on the Gwen. Dragon getting the first kill, and they're going to go for others. Team Noobs is going to retreat back as to reduce the casualties. And the first push is going to go over to Team Handicapped. And this damage from the Gwen is going to be quite aggressive here. Gwen known for her percent health damage. Just massive burst. But Asol as well is going to try and flash in from the Master Yi. Maybe a mistake as they opt to run back from the turret. And they're going to let this wave slowly push back towards the center. But the position is a lot better here for Team Handicap. They have kind of control of the wave, control of how they want the pace to go. We'll say, though, Donuts has that poke on the Jace with that cannon form, as you can see there onto the Gwen. If they can poke them down enough, one all-in from the Jace. They do have the Lucian burst to pick one target and burst them down and turn this fight into their favor. Always some taking a turret shot here. Jace going in. The only front line is that brawler. So it's going to be a lot on this Jace, a lot on Donuts to find an angle, to find an engage for the damage of the Lucian and the Asol to come down. That healing aura is going to come down, improve the sustainability for Team Handicaps. But that's where that poke comes in. The Nunu comes, hits two, and they're going to go straight in. The root is going to come in onto the Jace, and that's going to be always some taking the Elim onto Donuts. And that's going to force Team Noobs to retreat under tower once again and watch as their minion wave is shredded down and their advantage slowly dissipating, if they even had one to begin with. Always some is looking low, though. Lucian is hitting. The Yi is going to go in. Is going to go invulnerable with the Alpha Strike. Stun onto the Yi is going to take it down. Donuts is going to take the Lulu. Always I'm on the run. Is going to use the invulnerability, but I don't think it's enough. 2-on-1 is going to be a double kill for the Jace. A lot of gold on this Jace is good. You want the tank. You don't want any sort of, the damage to go through onto these carries. You need to be able to stick onto this damage, onto this. I can't even say backline. Because the Yi and the Gwen are just going to be in your face. It's a dive comp for the side of Team Handicapped. And Jace is the only one that can really disengage from it. The Asol has the CC that can kind of slow down anything. Briggs, couple hits on the Lucian. Lucian's going to dash out, but I don't think he's enough. The Alpha Strike is just going to go in. Ghost popped. Is going to get a double kill onto the ARAM. Is it going to be an ace? Always Sam takes it. But it's an ace for Team Handicaps, and that is going to be, presumably, some decent tower damage onto the side of Team Noobs. Just great fights overall. It's looking, it's going to be the full turret. Didn't want to speak too soon, but we're going to get that wave pushed in. Team Noobs should be coming up right around now to defend the second inhibitor turret. Yeah, but there's a lot of gold. I will make a note, I don't think it's been a while since anybody has died on team Handicapped. So dying does opt for give you a chance to buy more items. But the damage is incredible from the Nunu. Is gonna just pop that ultimate and pop the life bars of 2 people on Team Noobs. The Lucian nowhere to be found. Is having a little bit of a rest stop in base, it looks like. Not quite sure what's happening there. They're going to take that for second turret. Asol and the Jace is going to be trying their hardest to try to defend this turret. Emrig's is going to go invulnerable. The Star is going to do massive work to stun and kill Emrig's. Donut's going to go down as well, though. Lucian's now here. Low health bars on the side of Team Handicap. They're hitting the inhibitor. They want more. They're getting a little greedy there. Asol is going to get the shutdown onto Owisam on the Gwen. And Dragon is going to just chase the Dragon a little fast. Oh, the double kill on the Asol, living on a sliver of life, is going to be able to defend that inhibitor. Team Handicapped, maybe biting off a little bit more than they can chew. But then again, they are dying there, so they're going to get that base. They are going to get some items there. You can see there's where the augments kind of come in place. We haven't really been able to see the choices, but it looks like Jace has picked that pseudo Taric ult, which is going to be very good for their dive and for Jace to stay alive. But I'd be more worried about this Master Yi jumping onto your backline. I'd be more worried about this Gwen also jumping on there. Because, yeah, here comes the Nunu. It's just going to go straight for the Asol, who's already at low health. It might be better for the Asol just to take a death here to get a reset. But the entire team dying is not great here. As a double kill comes out for the Yi, that's more gold. And they're going to just go straight for that inhibitor. 9 seconds on the most recent death timers for the side of Team Noobs. That's going to be at least a wave. That's going to be half the inhibitor at least. I believe they can take the full one. That's going to be super minions marching into the nexus of Team Noobs. It's going to be a tough defend here for Dangerous Daisy as they just try to lay down the spells. They're going to have to use the fly to get away from the Nunu Snowball, which has been doing massive work to get these engages. The Lucian fighting the Master Yi under turret. Alpha Strike is going to make him go invulnerable and win the trade out 1-for-1. Donuts is going to take down the Yi. And now it looks like they're looking for something on the Gwen. Nunu's there to wall it though. Always something goes in. The Star goes in for the stun. Donuts takes the kill. And now it's a 2v1 onto Dragon. And I don't think he comes out on top of that. That's a double kill for the Jace. And that's a successful defense for Team Noobs. And I'd love to see the item buys here for Team Handicapped. You see the Gnasher's Tooth, the Collector, just straight for the Collector, that execute. I have 2 executes on there too with the Storm Surge and the Heartsteel on the Nunu, even making it even more tanky. I like the Lord Dominic's resolve on the Lucian. Get through that tank. If you can kill that Nunu, you can kind of get through to both of them. The Yi is squishy outside of the healing and outside of the meditation. Oh, Lucian going a little bit deep there. Popping the ult from the Yi is just going to pop the Alpha Strike and execute that Lucian, leaving it a 2v3. Aurelion Sol having to use the fly, but the snowball is going to catch him through. Flash away from the Asol. Donuts goes down. One too many turret shots taken from the Gwen. Shut down onto Asol. And again, aced. Team handicaps looking all far from it. As they hit the Nexus turrets, they should at least get one here before Donuts comes up. The ultimate just to clear the wave a little bit and defend a little bit. We'll see if Lucian can stay alive long enough. This Yi is going to be a problem. It looks like Team Handicaps knows, hey, if we have this game in the bag, let's just back off, wait for a reset. We'll see if we can win this next fight. Some crucial shutdowns on the side of Team Noobs, though. I'm wondering what they did with that gold. We'll see if the items are enough, if the augments are enough. Snowball coming in, fly away from the ASL. Great avoidance. Big star gonna fall down onto the Nunu. That's the Nunu down. That's the front line. Gwen goes in regardless, though. She's got some tank of her own. The ASL is gonna try to burn down the Gwen. Oh, big Lulu ult on the side of the Yi. It's going to act as an engage to take down the Asol. And it's a lot of their damage down. Lucian down as well. And now it's just the Jace here for the defend against a super minion and a juiced up Yi. Let's see if they can do it with the collector. I doubt it. So Alpha Strike is going to come in. It collected another head, another trophy for M-Riggs on Master Yi. And the victory for Team Handicapped. GG's all around. Dominant performance from Team Handicaps. Definitely looking like one of the favorites for the tournament so far. But a valiant effort from Team Noobs. They had some good fights in there. Some good pushes. back for another match of ARAM Mayhem. We're back with Team Handicapped on the full range top laners comp, and then going up against the newcomer Pikachu's, at least new to the stream, with some range supports and a Tristana. So, an ADC's dream, really. Zyra, obviously, not my favorite range support, just because I do not have a good experience. I'm sure a lot of people can echo that sentiment. But yeah, that's gonna be that's a good thing for Team Pikachu's, because that's oppressive poke, that's HP is low. Poke is gonna be really important for ARAM, just so you can get that early advantage in the team fights, because those team fights do matter when you're just going one lane, all random, all mid. Speaking of poke, though, you have 3 ranged champions on the side of the team handicapped here. Varus, obviously, really good at that poke. You have the boomerang from Gnar, and then Quinn is gonna, shoot some auto attacks at you and get you down. So, lots of squishies on the Rift. I expect a lot of fighting and a lot of kills, a lot of mayhem, if you will. So be prepared for that. Nico engage is actually gonna be really important as well. A couple of points of engage. You have, Tristana ult, of course, but that Zyra Nico ult combo is something I am looking forward to throughout this game. The Varus ult is going to be very important as well as the Gnar, the Mega Gnar ultimate. That's obviously going to be quite a game changer if they can pull that off against a good wall. But we'll jump into the game right now as we see both teams on the Rift. We're now in Bilgewater Abyss. That's another thing about these ARAM maps, is they do randomize the look of them, so you'll get to explore all the different regions of Runeterra. They'll take that cannon straight to lane, and yeah, looks like they're having a little team meeting in the fountain here for Team Handicapped. But yeah, we're straight into the mid lane. We have a little bush. Nico gets a little poke out with the root, but they're gonna find it onto Y-King. Huge, yeah, there's the burst, there's that damage. 3 ADCs in the top lane. It's going to take the first kill onto the Tristana, and then all the damage is gone. Varus is going to take the kill onto the Nico. Quinn going under turret, taking a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter when you're 2-0 up in the first minute of the game here. It is already not looking so great for Team Pikachu's. Gonna need a potion or something to get back up from that damage. Quinn looking low. Quinn looking like the target here. If they can get some CC onto this Quinn, that'd be a major shift in momentum. And you do have that Nico binding. You have the Tangle Barbs, and then also the Zyra as well. You see one of them hit onto the Gnar. So if one of these, again, big point of weakness. The team on Team Handicapped is very squishy. So if they get hit with CC, that CC is going to chain off the Zyra, off the Nico, and if that Tristana has any damage at all, that's going to be a kill. And then you also have the damage from Zyra as well, the AP. We're going to jump right in, Y-King. And there's that plant as well, too, from Arena for some sustain for the ADCs. So that might make it a lot harder to kill. 2 kills already. That engage going very wrong. Another turret shot. I always tell him is just going to take that to the face. I'm not sure if anyone got that kill. But yeah, straight cannon's going to knock up the Gnar. Nico going straight in, does not give a damn about who they hit. And we're going to see this lane advantage kind of push slightly towards Team Handicapped. Yeah, Team Pikachu's kind of finding or struggling to find a way into this game. Team Handicapped, I might be reading too much into it, but these deaths might also be strategic. Maybe it's a little cope, but taking some early deaths here isn't terrible, because you'll have some gold. It'll keep you on that power curve and help you push that advantage of that gold. Large damage coming onto the Zyra. The Nico gonna go in, maybe a little too far up, as Emrigs is gonna snap that kill onto that Nico. Walking up a little bit too far there. Now everybody's really low. Big ult from the Gnar is just gonna throw a rock into that Zyra's face. They might be Team Pikachu's, but the rock versus grass matchup does not apply here as they take that first turret. And they're going to start pushing towards that inhibitor in that second turret of the game. Should take some decent damage here. Big hands coming in. Not going to do too much. If that root's going to land onto the Gnar, no follow-up on that. But the Quinn is behind the inhibitor. So they do have the Hawk to get some movement speed. Shut down onto the Gnar. Big kill for Team Pikachu's. And another onto the Zyra. That piercing arrow is going to take down that kill. But that's some big gold for that Zyra to spend. Hopefully on some damage. That is something that Team Pikachu is lacking right now. Is a lot of damage. Tristana cannot be your main source of damage if you're going to have a chance at winning into this comp. Tristana just goes straight in. Is going to go right onto that Varus. No fear is going to kill Always Some. No items on the Zyra, even though they're back onto the Abyss. Something really notable here. I'm not sure. They might be saving up for something big. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Money's been tight. You know, it goes to gas prices. You need to spend your money a little bit more wisely, but maybe saving a little bit too much here. We'll see if the penny pinching is, you know, warranted or justified later. We have the Teemo augment. Now that one's interesting. You'll constantly burn for damage. In exchange, Teemo will get you some Omnivamp, depending on how many champions are within your vicinity. A little bit nerfed here for the format we're playing there. Always Some is just going to eviscerate the Zyra, and the Tristana is soon to follow. But yeah, that Teemo augment's going to be a little bit nerfed here because we only have 3 champions on the Abyss here. So that's going to be less stacks from the Teemo and less value as well. And with no items, you're not going to be doing enough damage to be healing off that Teemo augment either, as the inhibitor turret is going to fall. And that inhibitor soon to follow surely. The knockup from the cannon is going to get the Gnar. Gnar ult into the wall. The Zyra just exploded. Completely shredded by the Mega Gnar. There's not much this Tristana is going to do. You kind of have to use the jump to get out, but that's not even going to do anything. A 6-minute banger as we're already onto the Nexus turrets. The Nico gonna get stunned up, it looks like. Just not moving at all. And just gonna die immediately. Sub 10-minute game already. We're looking like for the team handicaps. The Zyra gonna come in, gonna pop the ult, gonna find nobody here. And the Tristana's just gonna go in, straight engage. The health bars are low enough. That's 1 kill for the Tristana. Gonna get the reset and 1 more to follow. Always Some gonna take down the Zyra, but low health as well. The jump in midair is gonna snipe the Yordle out of the skies. And now it's just the Nico versus the Varus. He's gonna find the right one, and it's gonna be the ace for Always Some. I was sure it was gonna be a triple kill for the Tristana, but well-spaced autos and well-timed damage is going to make it so that Team Handicapped keep that lead. Zyra is going to take down that Varus. It was bound to happen at some point with how low the health bars are, but they've bought enough time. The Quinn and the Gnar are back. That's all they need, really. They've proven that they can win these team fights with only 2 people. Heck, they might be able to win with just 1. As, yeah, the Quinn is going to be there. Varus is back. Off screen, we see Quinn taking out the Nico. And yeah, it's a 3v2 on the Abyss now. 1 good fight, and that Nexus is as good as curtains. You know, flash in onto the Zyra. You know, slowly walk back. Will just die to Teemo if they don't get some damage out. Tristana dead. Speaking of damage, there's no more damage. Flash onto that Zyra. The Nico, seeing that there's no hope in this game, is just going to sit in the fountain, and I wouldn't blame them. 20-7, sub 10-minute game for Team Handicapped as they make quick work of Team Pikachu's. Just an absolute slaughter after slaughter for Team Handicapped, looking like a force to be reckoned with here in today's Free Friday 3v3 ARAM Mayhem event. Wow.
is the fever. This is the fever. This is the fever.
For round 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to round 2 of the AME Gaming Lounge 3v3 ARAM Mayhem. We have Team Noobs again. We're back with Team Noobs and 3 Heart Steals with Storm, Football, and Masks G on the Abyss today. Looks like we have the same champs from last game, but I can tell you just right now that 3 Heart Steals is running a Zinzao, a York, and a Silas comp. So lots to stay in there. I think there's going to be a lot of fighting in that side of the on that side of the rift, or the abyss, excuse me. And then for the noobs, we have a comp, a Hecarim, a Kog'Maw, and then looks like a Taric. So yeah, we're gonna have some fighting here. Kind of a lot of fist fighting for the side of the 3 Heart Steals. A lot of brawling. And then the Kog'Maw's really the only ADC in the game right now. So we'll see if Judge can kite back. I did see he was practicing his A clicking and the kiting. So we'll see if the growth will be, again, first day of League of Legends today. And I will say, not bad. Better than my first day. I was flashing into 5 people like it was nobody's business. So we'll see how much value the Kog'Maw can add. The Hecarim is also going to be diving in, and the Taric is going to be keeping them alive. So I think a very balanced team comp on the side of the noobs, and very fist fight, very like one side heavy on the scale here for the side of 3 Heart Steals. But we're on the Abyss now. We're jumping into cannons. We're back into Bilgewater. And yeah, I expect to see some scraps from these two teams here. Storm already hitting the spam emotes right now. Both teams just kind of feeding the poros, feeling each other out, respecting the neutral. We'll see who makes the first move here. Again. Another thing to note is the scaling. This Kog'Maw can't scale completely out of control with the augments here. Ghost already popped. Maybe looking for something here. Not going to fight anything. The mini waves are going to arrive. And we already see the first engage here from the Hecarim. It's going to go straight into two of them. The wall is going to come out, trapping in the Kog'Maw. And there's the Kog'Maw killed here. The bomb's going to go off. It's going to do a little bit of damage to the other three, but it's going to force Team Noobs to retreat. Hecarim is going to... The double stun from the Terror is going to come through. The tower shot's going to hit Storm. And that's going to be another traded back for Team Noobs. Zinzal's going to go in. The wall is going to trap two of the Noobs into the zombie cage. But nothing's going to come of it. Kog'Maw's back into lane. Yeah, I want to see Judge playing it a little bit safer here. They've got a nice wall for him to play behind. So we'll see. The stun's going to come in. Can he hit two? Again, massive stuns coming out for the Taric. He's going to get some more damage in and force more pressure onto 3 Heartsteals in a dream. The dream is here, get onto this Kog'Maw. These walls have been finding their spot most of the time. They're obviously not quite, but the mini wave is going to push up. It's going to give a little bit of priority here. They're going to find the Taric, or the Yorick here, excuse me. Couple tower shots taken onto the Hecarim there. If they can focus down the Hecarim, that might be curtains for this fight. Getting down low. That movement speed is doing wonders. Going to have to flash out. The stun is going to do wonders to help them escape. But now the Kog'Maw's in trouble. He's going to get tracked into the cage. They found the Hecarim. It's going to go down. Kog'Maw now into their line. Going to have to find a way out. Judge does not find the escape route and is going to run away. Not going to use the bomb for any damage there. And the Taric staying alive. But that is some decent damage onto 3 Heartsteals now. They don't, they have the sustain, they have the healing. Silas has healing, Zinzao has healing. And then Yorick also has a decent amount. The Hecarim's going to go just straight in. At least get 1 kill. It's not going to go out without a fight, though. Master G's going to stay alive. They're going to pop the ult. And, yeah, that is not the engage you want to find onto that poor team, as the Taric is going to now die. Yeah. Kog'Maw's going to go in. At least get a kill. Not even. Can't even find the Silas on that chase down. They should get something here. They just need to push back this way. They need to bide their time. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, I'm going to bring back the poke. If Judge can find this poke on the Kog'Maw, that could be decent. The double stun going to come in. Ultimate going to come out from the Hecarim. You're going to pop the Taric ult here. They're going to be invulnerable. There's some pressure, but there's no damage. So there's no pressure. They're going to just push back 3 Heartsteals in. The Silas also has the Taric ult as well, so they don't even have that invulnerable advantage. Double stun is going to wait out that invulnerability, and the fight is going to begin. Kog'Maw's going to go down, but the suicide bomb might be able to catch a little bit of damage on one. Not enough. Again, there's no damage on the side of the Noobs. There's no pressure. The Terror is going to do some work, though. He's going to do a lot of work on the Storm, but not enough. Master G still alive. That sounds like... Yeah, sounds like not a great situation. If we can get a look at the items here as well. I'm very interested to see kind of what these items look like. Yeah, there's so much pressure. They can't really push up, Noobs. They can't really push up. Just because there's just a risk that they could all die under the turret. So now they're here. Master Yi looking for, they get the wind becomes lightning. They're going to go straight in. The stun is going to find all 3 of them, but I don't know if it's enough to ignite onto Master G. It's not going to take down just 1 away. The ult is going to come out. Master G is still alive. Looks like there's a lot of fighting in the top side there. 2 stuns for the side of the Noobs. And everybody on 3 Heartsteals is so incredibly low. But there's no conversion. The Silas is going to go in, try to get some damage in. The chain's not going to connect, but the W is. And now this Tarek, which has been their source of sustain for the side of the noobs, is slowly being whittled down. Chains is going to hit onto the Hecarim. The stun is going to come in onto the Stylus. The Stylus is trapped on the turret. That's going to be a kill for Judge on the Kog'Maw. Hecarim sees it as their chance to go in and fears them. The Zin's out ult is going to be popped. Flash in, flash stun from the Tarek is going to space out the Yorick. Master G is still alive. They're going to finally get taken down. Shut down for the Hecarim. And now Tarek trying to find the Yorick. Maybe a little too far there. They're going to have to back off. The heal, the cannons, dash in from the Silas. They're going to try to get a triple kill here. Storm is going to go in. Finds the Kog'Maw. Now the double stun is going to try to slow him down. And Storm is going to continue the chase. Does Storm have the damage? The heal is going to come out. Chain's going to come in and find the Tarek. That Tarek's too tanky though. The stun is so low cooldown. It's going to stop any momentum the Storm has, and they're just going to come out with one netted kill. Another Chains. The Unvuln's going to come out. That's going to signal the Hecarim to go in. But again, the Kog'Maw's not here yet. There's no damage. So there's no ult. Just taking a leisurely walk down the Howling Abyss. Another engage here for the turret. The turret's at half health, so if they can win this fight, they can take down this turret for sure. The Hecarim, surprisingly still alive, but not long for this world. Donuts trying to find the escape. The stun is going to deny the Wind Becomes Lightning engage from Mass G and keep Donuts alive. Still very low, though. Donuts can't step up quite yet. They're not quite safe. They're going to hit the stun. False sense of security for Donuts as they go down to Fuzzball. And now the Tarek's under fire. But the Kog'Maw's going to secure that kill a little bit too far, a little bit too close to the sun. Double stun is going to come out onto the Yorick. But Storm, before any damage can come out onto that Yorick, he's going to survive. Surviving at 65, about 50 HP at the time of that burst. Shield's going to come out. Going to save the Kog'Maw there. Yes, 10-4 right now, but they are tenacious. The noobs, they are fighting. They are not playing scared. They're going to go in another stun onto the Yorick, see if they can get some damage on. This Yorick has been beefy. They're going to lock the Zins out, their own Zins out into the cage. They're going to see they're separated onto the team. Hecarim's going to use the ult to get out, and the stun's going to come out to slow them down. Level 11 hit here for mostly everybody, so upgraded ults. I think they're just going to slowly get this turret down. The stuns are going to come out. They're going to look for an engage here. 3 heart steals. They're going to take down the Hecarim. They're going to take down Donuts. Dangerous Daisy soon to follow. And I'm going to assume Judge, the Storm, has found its way onto the Kog'Maw. And that is all of 3 heart steals alive. That's an ace for the blue team. As it's 5 seconds onto this Hecarim. Can they get this inhibitor turret down? I believe so. They can keep hitting because it's just the Hecarim out onto the Howling Abyss now. And it's just one person to defend this push. They're going to take down this turret. They're going to start marching onto this inhibitor. It wouldn't be bad to take a death here. They could just dive onto them and spend all that gold that they've accumulated from all those kills. There's so many things on the Rift right now, on the Abyss. You've got the Maiden, you have the little ghouls, you have the minions. They're all sieging onto the base. Flash out from Fuzzball to try to survive and keep the fight going. Cannonball comes in. Donuts, now down to half health, is going to have to flash out as well. Dangerous Daisy, now the only one in the fight. Stealing the Terracult. Now they have 2 Terracolts here. They're going to use the first one from the Silas ability. Shut down to the Silas, though. They got the kill somehow. If they can kill the Maiden, that is a lot of the firepower from the Yorick they can take away. But they are defending this with their lives here. All onto the Maiden, onto Yorick. They're going to look to take him down, and they will. Shut down for Donuts. And now it's going to force 3 heart steals to recoup. They get some push here. Now, if the noobs, they got a lot of gold here, but they can't spend that gold unless they die. So they have to find a way to stagger their deaths or find a good fight so that they can find a way to get back into the base and get their items and kind of close that power gap, that gold differential. Because the gold difference is closing, but it's not on the Abyss right now just because they haven't had a chance to buy items. Storm goes in without fear, as always. They're just going to go into straight 3 people. Going to steal the Kog'Maw ult. Not sure what that's going to do, but it's Storm. It's coming. It's brewing. And they're just going to keep hitting. Zin's out into the back line. He's just going to take out Judge. Donuts now trying to lay down as much damage as they can. But the Hecarim with just a Collector and just a Sundered Sky is not going to be able to do a lot. Double stun onto the whole team. Storm let low HP is going to retreat now, but they've got the team behind them. Mass G is going to look onto Dangerous Daisy. Storm's going to find the Hecarim. And now it's just the Daisy that's going to be plucked out of the ground. Double kill for Storm. And it is looking like a win here for 3 Heartsteals in the dream. The dream of winning AME Gaming Lounge's 3v3 ARAM tournament is looking that much more achievable. It's just Judge right now making the defense. But what is one Kog'Maw going to do against 15 million goals and minions? They're going to get instantly knocked up and instantly bursted down. Hecarim going to try to defend with the ultimate, but it's all going to be for naught. It's 2 tanks, not enough damage on the Hecarim, not enough damage on the Taric, and just not enough from Team Noobs. As Team 3 Heartsteals and a Dream, sticking true to their name, little Heartsteel stack check, 413 on that Storm. It's looking insurmountable right now. The Nexus just needs to die, just needs to hit the Nexus. 2 more hits should do it, and that's going to be 3 Heartsteals taking the victory. let's take a look at the scoreboard here before our next game on here. Team handicaps and team T2 to the 4th, which we haven't seen yet. We'll see coming up in just a moment. 3-0 record, dominating the tournament so far. Ash and 3 Heart Steals soon to follow, 1 and 2. And then Noobs and the Pikachus yet to get a win in the tournament yet, but holding out hope for them so far. I believe they're facing off in this next match, so excited to see where that goes. But yeah, dominant performance. We've already seen Team Handicapped and how dominant they've been, just completely demolishing. The only sub 10-minute game, I believe the record was 8 minutes on that game. It was phenomenal. It was something to bear witness to. It was quite the smashing. But T2 also 3-0 record, so they've been dominating just as much, and they're going up against Ash, which is decent. They're also fighting for that second spot, fighting for that top 4. As a reminder, that top 4, any of those top 4 teams are going to be moving on to the bracket stage. So if Ash can win this next game against T2, that would pretty much guarantee them top 4. Very important that Noob and Pikachu stay in the running. They can need to get at least 1 win. If 3 Heart Steals lose or Ash loses, that's a 4-way tie moving into round, I believe 4, or the last round of the tournament. We're in round 4 right now. Something also to note, we had a situation where Pikachu hasn't played all the games they could yet. So is Ash as well. So their records might not be set in stone until even after all the 5 rounds are over. We'll have to make up some games. So there's still a chance. There's still a lot of different factors for making that top 4. But it's looking like Team Handicapped and T2 to the 4th are pretty squarely in there. It'd have to be, they're pretty much guaranteed for our bracket stage. But the bottom 4, it's still a run-up. It's still a toss-up. We'll see how that runs. But we're going straight into, I believe, T2 versus
Whenever possible, do not edit
Ash.
because that breaks people. Top rows.
But yes.
That's why I shove everything down. Because the top row VMix sees as a title, and if you have more than 1 title the same in a sheet, it throws a fit. So I keep clearing things as you edit them. I've already cleared it. Yes. Complete versus pending. I already wiped those out because it was. That's all valid. Okay, let him know because it keeps breaking these on VMix side. Okay, I'm gonna stinger you in so you can see this
All right, and then we are jumping into the game now.
soon.
We're jumping in the game very soon. As I said, T2 to the 4th, Ash. It's for T2 to the 4th, it's a fight to keep their 3-0 streak alive, to go 4-0 and even more so guarantee their spot in the bracket stage. For Ash, it's a little bit, it's to keep themselves out of the bottom 4 and to make it to the bracket stage, so they can make that 2-3 record and not go, or excuse me, that 2-2 record and not go 1-3. Because 1 and 3 would put them in contention to tie for the bottom if, say, one of those bottom teams gets a win and makes it up there, and then that would make the 5th round very, very a lot of stakes, very, very crucial for them to win. But yeah, we got the game so far. Right now we're looking at a Lysandra, another Zinzao, and Adisesh on the Vex, which is very interesting. And for the side of 2-2 to the 4th, we have SC Kale on the Swain, and the the Demacian duo, Annie on Lux and Abyss on Garen. So lots of bursts here. Again, we got some stacking from the Swain. Burst from the Lux. The Lux is going to be a terror if they can get some items, if they can get some scaling. And we have a double frontline comp on the side of T2. On the flip side, though, we have some engage with the Vi and the Xin Zhao. They're going to be diving in. If they want to play engage Lissandra, that's also an option. But yeah, mostly just kind of like bursting down one target. It's going to be a single target game for the side of Ashe. So we'll see how these team comps kind of synergize together. Immediate snowball coming out from the Xin Zhao. Just wants to get some poke out. Sending a message here. He's going to get pulled back from the Swain. Just going straight forward. I like the style of Kolaru. Mr. Kolaru. But yeah, immediately some poke. Not sure if they like that trade, though. Again, Swain does have a little bit of sustain as well. Even more so later. So, more trades coming on into the right side of the bush. Onto the Lux, which is the target you're looking for. That is that single target, because as soon as that Lux is dead, that's a big chunk of damage out for the side of T2. So, they have a lot of engaged tools. They have a point and click. The Vi is going to be very, very crucial. And he's going to want to... that is a phenomenal evil... Lissandra on there, so there's some stacking there. Oh, really low on them. Mikaru. The Xin Zhao is gonna go low, and he's gonna die for that. So already a kill on the board. First 2 minutes. That Xin Zhao's reckless style. Yeah, reckless style onto is gonna cost him his life. But that was a I think it was the healing and shielding Vi, so that's gonna be more the front line. And then Xin Zhao, I do not. Oh, I don't even have time to talk about it. There's the yeah, well, chili oil. The chili oil. Xin Zhao gets a kill. For those of you who do not know about the chili oil, that is just like burn. It's just gonna give them burn. So yeah, and yeah, you see that little dot on the ground. It's gonna heal the Xin Zhao if they stand in it. Although the healing isn't going to do much when you're dead. That's going to be a triple kill for the Xin Zhao. I completely missed that. I was too busy talking about the augments as a straight, let's say a pseudo ace. We'll give him the ace for Mr. Hikolaru. But yeah. There we go. This Lissandra will also be doing a lot of burst damage. So we're talking about the single target damage. This find one target, bursts one person down. ER combo. For the Lissandra, if you have a lot of stacks of Phenomenal Evil, you're going to do a lot of damage there. The Luxol is just going to straight beam that Vi. No shielding can get out of that one. Snowball's going to hit. Lee Syndrome is not going to kick in there. This is not a good snowball angle. But yeah. This Xin Zhao definitely wants to go in. As you can see here, the wind becomes lightning. It's just going to go straight in. But there's two targets there. If you're not onto the back line, there's not a lot of value that you can get. The chili oil is going to help them stay alive, but the damage has to go onto that Lux. The root's going to come in onto the Lissandra. No follow-up. They're too far behind. But Lissandra is looking pretty low. This Xin Zhao is playing very far up, as they should. That is their role right now. It's just to tank a lot of that damage and sustain a lot. The Vi is just kind of playing assassin right now. It does have the healing and shielding augment, but they need to find an engage onto this Lux. The Garen and the Swain just need to act as a wall, as they're going to do now. They're just going to, you see the Annie fall back into the backline as the Garen does the job, but the Garen is going to fall. Punch Drunk is going to take down Abyss Paradox. And now is a 2v3, but everybody's health bars are so low. The Vi going to follow Annie's on a killing spree. And now the Snowball is going to take down the Lissandra. It's now just the sole Vi, or the sole Xin Zhao, excuse me, on the front lines. And the double kill for Annie and the Lux. That's so much gold and so much acceleration on this Lux that we already know can do so much damage. That's even without augments. I'm not even sure which augments this Lux has. But yeah, they're going to get some damage on the tower. Straight onto the Lux shutdown, onto the Lissandra. That was a crazy play just to get a double kill off the bat. No holds barred. Lissandra sees the angle, and they take it. Really great awareness just to know, hey, I can just come in and do this. I can just get 2 kills. They're way too far overextended. And that's going to be some gold in the pocket of the Lissandra. And these comps... it's very clear where their damage is going to be. A lot of their soul damage. Wow, that Garen takes a lot of damage there. Garen also a champion that needs some items to have some sustain. They're going to get another kill into the Lux, but not without falling on their own. It's going to be a 1v1. Lissandra versus Swain. I think the Swain has way too much HP right now, but the Lissandra is schmoving. They've got the kicks on. You're going to dodge out of the way of every skill shot they have. Lissandra, can they get the Q? No, they're going to miss the Q. Can they get the kill? The Garen's here now as backup for the Swain. The Swain is going to dodge the Q, and not enough. The shutdown's going to go to the Garen. Tragic ending to what looked like a really good duel, but props to the Swain, is able to kite out the spells from the Lissandra. He's going to pull back the Hikaru. He's going to flash out and just go for the kill onto the Swain. At least get something on their way out. Let's see if they can do it. They're going to get at least some gold in the pocket that they can spend on the way back to base. But now it's just the Vi defending the turret, and with the poke from the Lux, they're going to be taking a lot of damage here. The root's going to come out. That stack, the Q from the Garen as well, not to be underestimated. Wow, another root onto the Vi. I think that's just death there. They're just going to pop the ult. Why not? Guarantee the kill. It's basically a fourth spell at that point. Just take out the Vi. Keep that advantage. He's going to get the pull back onto the Lissandra. That's massive. They're going to pop the ult. That's a lot of tools used for the Lissandra. Is going to be forced away. They're going to teleport back in, though. They're going to try to get a kill onto the Garen, but the Garen's going to flash out and escape. They are going to get the Lux, though. That damage, it's insane on the Lissandra. Maybe they can get the Garen. They cannot. Now it's just the Xin Zhao on there. They're going to sustain up, see if they can last long enough for the Vi to get there. You're going to go straight for the Garen. One auto attack is going to get Abyss Paradox. Not before he falls himself, but a scrappy fight. A scrappy game. This is the kind of stuff we like to see. This is the kind of mayhem we like to see on the Abyss today. The Godfather just going to stand there. He's going to not even try to defend this turret. And that is going to be a tower down. They're now down to inhib turret. They're going to go straight onto the Vayne, but that's that HP, that meat cake of a I should say chicken bucket. No April Fool's skin today. The Vi is going to go in. There's just not all that damage is going to get soaked up. The Swain already has so much HP. It's been getting so many stacks of these Ravens. They're going to take him down, though. The root is going to hit. There's going to be a lot of damage onto the Lissandra. They have to be careful there. Slow down onto the Garen. It's not going to be able to find the backline. Xin Zhao's just going to keep going forward. Has the healing. Has the sustain. Steps up a little too far. The Lissandra just going to get the justice served on a platter directly to Punch Drunk. No DoorDash. And now it's just the Lux on the and the Xin Zhao on the Rift here. Gonna opt for the Fire Elemental. And now we're just back in neutral. But yeah, the advantage is just so much. It is slightly in the favor of T2. Right about a 1k gold lead for the blue team here for T2. I'm really interested to see how they can swing things over. Because the past few games, it's looked like, I won't lie, it's looked like pretty stompy, but this one, they have tools to get onto a target right here. If they can get onto Lux, they can get onto, or they can burst down the Garen as well, honestly. The Garen isn't unburstable. The ult's going to be popped out from the Xin Zhao here, though, to try to escape. The ult's going to come out. It's not going to find anybody. That's a lot of damage for this fight gone. Hikaru's going to heal up a lot, and he's going to take down the Garen. The front line is just melting in the face of this Lissandra. And now the Xin Zhao is also finding a lot of damage, too. The Vi is going to try to find something. Rooted by the Lux. It's going to go down as well, but the healing is too much. The Swain front line is just going to power through all the damage. And T2 ends up coming out on top of that trade, despite what was looking like such a good start for Ashe. It is low HP, though. So the Swain is going to have to find some champs to heal up on. They're going to heal up on this wave. These heal packs are also going to do wonders. But they need to find it. The target, the Swain knows that they're a target. They're trying to land these roots just to get the kill, hopefully, onto this Lissandra. because any sort of tension or pressure is just gone as soon as this Lissandra is chunked out. There's the route that we were looking for. The E is going to come out. The ult is going to be enough to just execute this Lissandra, melt all that ice, and now there's a 2v3. Now, though they do have damage, I don't think it's enough damage unless they get this Lux. It's going to get rooted down and just completely demolished by the Swain. Zinzao has to pop the ult again, but it's not going to do anything against the execution of Demacian Justice, as they have an undefended tower to just wail upon and throw punches. The inhibitor is also open as well. They're going to find this Lissandra. It tries to go for the same move they did just 2 minutes ago, but that's all 3 members they have there, and the health bars aren't nearly as low. Wow, that damage is coming out from the Swain is incredible. And there's no damage again. And all of a sudden, what looked like a close game is now solidly about 3K, 3 to 4K in the favor of T2, as they're going to go for a last-ditch Hail Mary onto the back line. Zinzao's going to fall for it, though. This is not the engage we're looking for. There's not enough damage, and the Vi has no agency. The inhib is going to fall in 7 seconds on the Lissandra. Are they going to try it again? The Garen is low health. They are healing, though, from the passive. So the angle's looking tight. Lissandra looking for it now. Here's the claw. Comes out. It's going to find the Garen. Not before they take out the turret. Zanyas is going to come out, stall for a second. Zinzao's going to come out, but just absolutely shocked by the Swain. It's going to take down the Lissandra. They do have a champion to defend this turret, but there's 2 ranged champions on the side of T2 to just hit the turret. Hokoloru is going to take down the Garen as a consolation prize. As they kind of go in, they're going to dive in onto the Lux shutdown. A little bit maybe too far extended. And now they're looking onto the Swain. The Swain, again, has so much sustain. They're out-sustaining all of this damage. This spear is looking like a pin needle in the face of the Swain, and they're going to win that fight. And this Swain, I wouldn't be surprised if they just walk at the opposing team. Because now it's 5 seconds on the Garen, and that Garen can definitely get there in time, and the Lux will be soon to follow. So that Swain staying alive is just going to keep that lead. We have super minions now as well. It is looking like curtains unless some miracle fight comes out for Team Ash. Swain also has phenomenal evil as well, so that's just so much power that does explain the damage we are seeing. So even if you take down this Lux, that's 825 AP. They have to get through the Swain for it, especially when you pop that ult. You are not melting through the Swain. Hokoloru going to go down. The Lux is down, but then again, we just talked about it. The AP, the Swain is just going to stare at you and fry you like chicken. Kale is going to go unstoppable. And with the Vi, the only thing to stand in between them and the Nexus, I don't think it's going to be a win here for Ash. The Vi ult use just escaped the inevitable. And now Team T2 to the 4th power are going to go 4-0 and extend their lead in this tournament and establish their domination. They're going to take one for the road. They're going to take the Zinzao as a little souvenir, some chili oil to bring back home. And that was going to be a dominating win from Team T2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a glimpse into the playoffs bracket stage. We have our two undefeated teams, T2 and Team Handicapped, here playing for us to keep their undefeated streak alive. We have Oisam on the Yunara, we have Dragon on the Gnar, and M Riggs on the Volibear. A godlike comp for sure. And then Team T2 is going to go for Kale on the Cho'Gath, Annie on the Jinx, and Abyss Paradox on that Vel'Koz. So some scary damage on both sides, especially with the augments. It's going to be something to be reckoned with. Something to note, that Cho'Gath does have access to the stacks on stacks set line of augments. So, you know, the more stacks augments you take, the more your stacks do stuff. So this Cho'Gath could be really, really large. I'm hoping to see that today. I'm hoping to see, you know, infinitely healing Volibear. I'm sure that Team T2 is not. But, you know, I'm here for good games. I'm here for some good games to cast. We got that Gnar again as well for that, you know, that value. Gnar, always been a big fan of Gnar. Offers so much value to the team, both in damage and in CC, and just frontline can really go everywhere. And then Yunara is going to be really important in these team fights to keep alive. But I think there's a lot of scary picks here for Team Handicapped. Just a lot of targets. You kind of have to kill all of them. But they get a single takedown for Team T2, and that Jinx gets decided. So we'll see if this Jinx scales well, if this Jinx can get some early pressure. Both teams know that, you know, just farm. Don't worry about early trading. We don't want to swing the game just yet. We're going to make it a good fight. So yeah, some poke out. The Vel'Koz poke will be pretty scary. Not a whole lot of poke from the side of Team Handicaps, I don't believe. Not a lot of tools for that. It will just be kind of a, are we going in? Okay, we're going in. We're back on Bilgewater, so that plant is back. That will be really important for cooldowns, for sustain, getting back into like fights faster. So yeah, this is gonna be another scrappy one, I think, and some very high level League of Legends play right here. That Volibear does have an augment, is that upgrade Sheen. So that Triforce is going to be a lot stronger. Tank Gnar is going to be something very, very interesting. So that Gnar might be getting pretty big. And then Executioner, resetting basic abilities on cooldown. That's going to be pretty nice for those empowered abilities. But not if you're dead, though. Always I'm getting at low HP. We have our first fight of the match. A lot of damage coming down. The Gnar already trying to prove his tankiness. Knock up onto the Volibear. And they're going to just disengage. They're going to back off and try to minimize their disadvantage here. And T2 looking at pretty good health bars. See if this Vel'Koz can catch out any picks. I always saw him, again, really low. One well-placed Vel'Koz projectile could be the end of it. And again, that plant coming up is just going to increase that cooldown anyway. So they're just going to back off. They're going to get this healing pack to stay alive. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this Vel'Koz, how much this Vel'Koz gets scaling. Looking at the augments here, yeah, Soul Eater onto the Cho'Gath, so more max HP stacking. Reckless Restoration for the Vel'Koz. As of knockup, I don't even have time to look at it. It's gonna be first blood for the Jinx as they're gonna get excited, and then the Jinx. I didn't get to see, but they had an AD armor predator. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna be good to taking down that Gnar, taking down that Volibear, getting past that front line. So front to back seems like a really good option here. Man, this poke is gonna be brutal. The Vel'Koz ult just to take the kill, and they're gonna take a double. Vel'Koz just firing their laser straight into two of Team Handicapped, leaving the Yunara just to defend. But they can get a kill here. I think Kale does want to take that death there just to buy some items. I think Annie's also looking at that as well. That's going to be a lot of gold in the pocket of the Yunara, though. I'm not sure if you want to give that much gold over. Paradox is going to get that health pack. And there's going to be a triple kill, an ace for Always on the Yunara. That next death, whoa, that's going to be some big items coming in for that ADC. Taking a look at the items, speaking of which, as Kale gets brutally mauled. We have the Heartsteel on the Nars for more tank, Dusk and Dawn, classic for Volibear, and then the Kraken Slayer for presumably that Cho'Gath. But Emmerich is huge now here as well. Wow, the turret's also going to fall very fast as well. You look away for 2 seconds, and all of a sudden we're basically a tower apiece. Yeah, the handicapped does have their tower, but it's just kind of standing gold on the map right now. But yeah, really good push from Team Handicapped. Team T2 lost a lot more than I think they expected for just dying there. I think their plan was to just take the death, capitalize on the gold that they got from those kills. But Abyss ended up falling as well, so there was no one to defend the push from the tower. And yeah, they ended up, Handicapped ended up getting a tower from it. So yeah, we're regaining the push here now. You know, the state is kind of, you know, even again, standing gold on the map. This turret should fall. And I expect a fight right after this turret falls. So this Gnar is just hitting this Cho'Gath. But before the Volibear can even engage, it's taken down by the Vel'Koz. And this Gnar is getting really low. Yunar left on her own to defend the tower, left on her own on the side. No protection, no tanks to hide behind. And then just a flash eat is going to come in from Kale. And that should be the inhib turret. At least going to half. We have 5 seconds. Volibear's back up. 3 seconds on the Gnar. We'll see if they can defend this. They're going to have to go now. It looks like they're just going to wait this out. Although, I would think you just go now. Maybe they don't think they can make it in time. They're just going to let the turret fall, and they're just going to... Yeah, they're just going to end up going for the engage here. Maybe they're going to use the cannon as an engage tool. We'll see. The Gnar needs to stack up the Rage. The Fury. Yunara's going to go in. There it is. There's the cannon engage. Going to knock up the Cho'Gath. And it's just going to get melted by the Yunara. Always saw him going to take down Kale. Now it's the Vel'Koz to follow. Vel'Koz in the back line. And there's the turn. That's what they were waiting for. It's a double kill for the Yunara. And the Volibear will secure the ace. Emrigs going into that back line is so crucial for swinging it into the favor of Team Handicapped. And now they have the push. All their death timers are synchronized. So they should be able to push straight to that turret. The cannon is going to allow them to make it back to that inhib turret just in time to defend it. But now they have the upper hand. They kind of dictate the pace. They can just kind of hit this turret at their leisure. But now if they get poked out, now if they're getting poked out by these Vel'Koz abilities and the knockup from the Cho'Gath. Yeah, it's 8 and 6 in kills, but the slight advantage for T2 is so even right now. A slight gust of wind could turn this game into any team's favor. As we get the snowball onto the Yunara, that's the target you want to find. The Vel'Koz ultimate is going to just melt through Always Saw him. The Gnar going to jump into the back line, try to find something, finds 2 into the wall. Is going to find the knock into the Vel'Koz, but it's not enough. Cho'Gath gets the Gnar. It is a 3v1. The excited Jinx is just going to push that wave, and they're going to go straight onto the inhibitor of Team Handicapped. It is not looking good for this Volibear. They're going to have to wait 5 seconds for this Yunara to get up for any sort of damage. With the health bar of the Volibear, they're not going to get anything done here. 2 seconds on the Gnar. We'll see another combo play. Maybe they can utilize this cannon again for the knockup like they did on the last D-push. You see the Gnar waiting it out, biding the time. There it is again. Misses the mark and does not get the Cho'Gath this time. Rooted on Emrigs. They're going to... Cho'Gath just goes in. But maybe a little bit too overzealous. Always someone's going to take down that Cho'Gath. The rocket's going to go wide, and he's going to fall. Double kill for the Yunara, and Vel'Koz is forced to fall back. Abyss Paradox is going to... Whoa. Well, yeah, someone's got some red envelopes. Very lucky. Some fortune for Team Handicapped. Abyss is going to take one, though. Emrigs might like that reset, though. Trading some health damage that you can't really get back too easily for just a reset back to base when you already have push advantage. That's... I'll take that any day of the week. We'll see what they decide to spend the gold on. But it is Again, is a seesaw of a game.
Vel'Koz has void portals or void scars.
Void scars for the Vel'Koz, I believe. Yeah, just lots of... I mean, this is... I'm going to run this joke into the ground. It is mayhem here in Bilgewater. That's going to hit. The Gnar's going to go in, but it's immediately going to get denied by the claptrap, the traps here for the Jinx. The engage. The Vel'Koz is going to die. That's a lot of damage down, but the Jinx is excited. The Rocket's going to come in. Super Mega Death coming to the side of Team Handicapped. Always the only member surviving. And that Cho'Gath health bar is proving to be insurmountable. An ace for the side of T2. And they're going to be marching onto this inhibitor. Or onto this Nexus, rather. Looking to close out this game. At least take a Nexus turret before everybody comes up. The Gnar and the Volibear will be up soon. If they can get some damage out. The Vel'Koz does need to join soon. Otherwise, I sense terror. Because it's 2 seconds on the Yunara. Is a 3 versus 2. There's not a numbers advantage. And if you can get onto Annie, which it looks like Emrix is, Annie is down. SKL down to half health. Yunara's up, but there's enough tank shred that the Cho'Gath will just go down. Vel'Koz is a sole surviving member. And now... And there's a lot of stacking sharks. It is Shark Week for Vel'Koz. Honestly, very fitting. You got a little squid. You got your octopi. There's some aquatic themed. There's an aquatic joke here somewhere. But we're pushing in. We got the rest of T2 in as well. These teams have not been afraid to just dive in and try to make plays happen. This Cho'Gath does not have flash up, but has snowball up coming up soon. So I will expect a snowball engage if they can get maybe a knock up or a slow, something of the sort. You get the knock up of the volley on the bottom side of the screen. Get a lot of poke there. They're just going to rip the ultimate, but always finds the angle and just goes straight for the Vel'Koz. Emrix is going to fall. SKL just tanking all this damage. Gonna have to escape though. There's not a lot of follow-up, and he can't really join the fight because they just get jumped on by the Gnar. And always again not afraid to just go past this Cho'Gath and hit the Jinx, just as we see here. Killing spree for Always and now it's just the Cho'Gath with a lot of health, but not a lot much else. Always is gonna take down this Cho'Gath, double kill, and that should be the inhibitor turret. Nope. That is just false, as the Vel'Koz is going to go there as well. I did not see the Gnar did fall as well. Just a flash forward. Why not? You have some gold to spend. Maybe you can get a little bit extra, but that is going to be a shutdown on the Vel'Koz. A good reset for Team Handicapped, honestly. All your teammates are dead. You're very far pushed up. It's going to take some time for the other team to push back up and at least get it even. So you have some time to run that death timer and kind of regroup and look for the next fight. This Yunara is scaling. They have the IE, that Infinity Edge. Kinetic Rookern on the side of the Volibear, which is very smart play. For to reduce that Vel'Koz damage. So much damage on the Vel'Koz, and they're just going to be firing the hyper beams just to disintegrate this team here. But now we're 12 minutes into the game, almost 13 minutes, 16-15, still so even. One more team fight. Surely only one more team fight. And this game will be over, and our number one, our undefeated top bracket team. This Cho'Gath has close to 9,000 HP, Celestial Body, Soul Eater. Has a Mythic Augment as well. But I don't even have time to talk about that, so we're going to go in straight onto Paradox. There's the Vel'Koz disintegrated himself, and he's going to go down too. That's all the damage down for T2. And now this Cho'Gath is melting like butter. Triple kill, 3-0 for the side of Team Handicapped. As they find the angle to swing this game. There's a minion wave to follow here too. The turret's going to fall, the inhib also as well. T2 has one chance to defend this push. 4 seconds on the Vel'Koz, but not another 10 seconds till their other teammates go up. Do you clear the wave? What do you use? What tools do you use? Do you just wait? Do you just sit there and watch until your Nexus towers fall in front of you? The Jinx is up now. 2 seconds to the Cho'Gath. Flash and Snowball up. Emrigs is going to take a lot of damage here, maybe to get a tower in the meantime. The Gnar's going to die. The Volibear's going to die as well. And that's another clear ace. Not before Always Some takes 2 with her. Another stack for the Cho'Gath. But this game, it's going to go another 2 minutes longer at least. As Kale defends the push. Team T2 to the 4th. Defends the push.
Jinx did just take 17.
Seesaw. So much gold has been traded in between. This Yunara has been, I mean, carrying the damage. All when it seems terrible, Always Some has been able to bring it back from the brink of tragedy. But now we're seeing full resets now. The plants have been eaten, resets, the ultimates. And that's the problem when you only have one front line and so many dive champions and so many champions that can just ignore it. You kind of have to like find a way to get in their face and force them to hit you. Because otherwise they'll just do that. They'll just jump right past you, straight onto the Vel'Koz. They're going to kite back Annie. They're going to find the Jinx though. Cho'Gath are going to do their best to try to peel for the carries, but it's not going to be enough. There's too much mobility. There's too much dive. The Vel'Koz, the Squid, is going to become Calamari, as the Kale is going to go down as well. The Carapace is not tough enough, and it's looking like Team Handicapped is going to take this game and go 5-0 for the round-robin stage of our 3v3 ARAM Mayhem. Undefeated, ending the streak for T2. Wow, what a match to bear witness to.
This is the fever.
All right, and we'll take one last look at the standings as we wrap up our round robin stage. As we saw in that heater of a game, Team Handicapped ending 5-0, the Genji stat line. We'll see if they can actually close out the tournament with T2 falling close behind. And Ash and 3 Heartsteals are going to close out our top 4. So unfortunate that we couldn't see Noobs and Pikachus one last time, but massive props to them. They played well. They put up a fight. And yeah, hope to see him at other AME Gaming Lounge events in the future. But with all that being said, it's bracket time, baby. It's playoffs, and I believe we're gonna do first round. We're gonna see our undefeated team, Team Handicapped, fight the 3 Heart Steals and a Dream. And boy, what a dream it is to achieve. You have to take down the 5-0 Team Handicapped. That is quite a mountain to climb, but I can with 3 Heart Steals. I mean, you know, there's a lot of health. There's a lot of stacks to be had there. Surely that amounts to something. But yeah, we'll jump into that game very, very shortly. But before we do, all of our events are held here in the ASU Gaming Lounge. We hold free Friday events, so just tournaments every week. So come stop by, come sign up. They're a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun watching and casting these. So it's actually been a while since I've been able to get on the mic and do one of these events. I've missed it a lot. So come check it out. Come hang out. Even if it's not a free Friday event, they have PCs. You can just hang out and make an account and jam out some games. Maybe you can grind out some ranked before the semester ends. You know, take a de-stressor off the. If you're running a session B class right now, you have midterms coming up. So take some stress off. You know, I'm not saying put off your, you know, don't put off your work, do your work, but take some stress off. You know, don't overwork yourself. moving on to round 1 of our bracket elimination stage. We have Team Handicapped versus 3 Heartsteals. And we're looking at the comp for Team Handicapped, the Katarina and the Echo for Dragon and Owisam. Owisam on the Katarina, Dragon on the Echo, and then Emrigs on the Zinzao. Very interesting composition. We have 2 basically assassins. I mean, Katarina's definitely an assassin with the Zinzao. So another dive-heavy comp onto, looks like Storm on the Rel, Fuzzball on the Warwick, and then Mass G on the Yunara. So immediately what stands out here, Team Handicap is going to want to dive on that Yunara. No questions about it. But they do, 3 Heartsteals has the tools to peel that Yunara. So they can, stun. The Warwick can also use the ult to, the Wukong. It's a Wukong. I see. Yeah, different W champion. It's a Wukong. Still, actually, that's even better. Must have got lost in translation there. But yeah, the Wukong, actually even better for peel off the Yunara, right? You have the engage for the ultimate. Oh, immediate flash burn though from Fuzzball. They just want to get the early trades out now. They want this game to be over with. They want to go to finals as a immediate trading onto the Wukong. Yeah, that's actually gonna be pretty big, because that means that they can't step up as much. Again, healing is so scarce in terms of, like, you can't reset, you can't recall. So the health you have is pretty much the health you have. Those health packs help a little bit, but not much when you're trying to stay in lane and sustain. Yeah, Emrigs has the mark onto the Mass G, but they're going to stand under turret very wisely to prevent any other further engage. So yeah, they're going to have to play weak side here on the Abyss. We are notably on the Ionian Abyss right now. We have the portals, so you can portals from one side of the rift to the other, and you have that little alcove area where that portal is. As we see a big stun onto what looks like 3, it's actually just 2 from the Echo. Echo is an interesting champion right now, because when Dusk and Dawn came out, they were really, really strong. So hopefully we get to see some technology today. Some Hex technology, if you will. Even running the Arcane skin. But yeah, always some really low, having to back out of this fight. They're going to get a little bit of damage onto this Rel. They're going to just engage instead. Team Heartsteals. Man, all the health bars are looking really, really low. We'll see if these assassins can find the kill on either one of these teams, or if always someone gets killed first. Fuzzball tries to go for it, but is immediately punished. Always some dashes away, has to dash away from that looked like a snowball, but he's gonna dash right back in. Knows the Rel doesn't have a lot of damage to take them down, and Emrigs is gonna follow and just clean up this kill from Storm. Very, very well played. Slivers of health on anybody, but it looked like it wasn't even close. 3 kills on the board for Team Handicapped, as we'd expect for our 5-0 team. Again, 3 Heartsteals have their path laid out before them. It's not an easy one. It's a little bit windy, but they will overcome it. Hopefully they will. They have to believe. They have to believe in that dream. I believe that was a Steal Your Heart. Very thematic, like on the, or it looks like, no, Night Stalking. Oh, Steal Your Heart. Yeah, so Heartsteel, wow, using their own weapon against them is brutal. Is just straight savage from this Katarina. Katarina, this is the kind of interesting stuff we wanted to see today, as we just go straight in and ult. I'm not sure what that was, as Master G picks up the kill. Dragon goes down, and Menrigs, oh no, it's a 3-0 to follow. Double kill for the Yunara, and they're gonna march on to this first turret. That's gold in the Yunara, and we know, always some should know better than anyone else what gold on this Yunara should do. As they take down this first turret already at 4 minutes into the match. Soul Eater Rel is going to be so good. You're going to be immobilizing so many champions. As the Katarina immobilizes this Wukong and this Yunara back to the gray screen. The portal to try to get out, but it's all going to be for nothing. The ultimate going to be popped. Oh, maybe they escape here. Now the extra tankiness is really working out here. Almost dying to the turret there. But yeah, another 2 kills for the side of Team Handicapped. So much happening already. They find always something, they lock her up. That's the weakness of this Katarina. They're gonna get as soon as you get locked up, you get bursted down. Another double kill for Mass G. More kills stacked up for the Yunara. A triple kill. They're gonna get an ace for Mass G. And now all of a sudden, the 5-0 team is 1K behind 3 heart steals. The dive team comp isn't doing exactly what they want. They're trying to dive on the Mass G, but the peel and the movement is just too good right now. And now they want to slow it down. 3 heart steals. The snowball onto the Wukong. Not going to take it. They're just going to opt for the slow push back. But yeah, this it's kind of tough for if you have 2 assassins. You kind of rely on these like early kills. Maybe scaling will help, but then again, the later game you go, you'll scale as an assassin, yeah, but so will the other team. So will this Yunara. The Yunara will have damage too. This Yunara is also looking a little smaller than usual. I don't remember what the augment is, but it looks like it's doing some work as they're going to dash around. Mass G is going to go down to the Katarina. The dive comp will finally bear some fruit. Fuzzball will take down the Katarina in response, but Fuzzball also takes the Xin Zhao, and now it's just the Echo and the Rel on the Abyss right now. Let's see if they can stun them. Wow, can just straight take down that turret. See 1 turret apiece now, and they should take down Storm. 100 gold kill for the Echo. Hey, that's something. Yeah, and now the 100 gold deficit, excuse me. Yeah, Giant Slayer. There we go. That's what's making them small, is that prismatic augment. It's going to be very, very tiny. It's going to be very nice for that Xin Zhao if they want to go front to back, but again, it's going to be... You're not going to want to focus the Xin Zhao here. You want to focus the champions that are going to be trying to kill you, and that's going to be these assassins here. They're going to engage onto the Xin Zhao here, as on the other side, the Wukong finds a lot of damage onto the Echo. Rel finds themselves in the middle of a lot of people, but is able to have the tankiness to take it down. Oisam tries to go in the Yunara, but doesn't find it. The Yunara has the dash, and they're going to take out... Whoa, they're going to take out 3 of them. Double kill for Yunara, and the scaling is occurring. The scaling is happening. Remember, this is single elimination. This is basically semifinals. I don't want to say it. I made an analogy earlier before the match.
Loser goes to 3rd place game.
Let's just say it'll be a generational game if 3 heart steals manage to take it here. Maybe the ego got to their heads and they pulled this dive comp. They're like, hey, we can just pull them. We can just kill them straight off the spot if we just dive straight into them. But they kind of gambled too hard on the one-way comp. They had the peel 3 heart steals. The spam emotes from the Rel. Diabolical. But the Oisam does have the heart steal, so the heart steal is online. The augment is online now. So there might be some damage here. We'll see if the big stun onto the Yunara. That's their damage. That's the assassination you're looking for. Echo. It's time to make a play. And it's looking like an ace for the side of Team Handicap. The Rel's the only one left. The tower shot is going to take down the Echo. Katarina really low. The tower shot. It's a full kill on the Abyss. All members of all teams are dead. And it's just the minions on the Abyss right now. You couldn't ask for anything better. Absolute cinema. All of the death timers are synced. No one really wins. Everybody gets a chance to cash out. But yeah, as we look at the items one more time, standard Yunara items, the only real off meta we can see right now is that Heartsteel Katarina. The Katarina having Heartsteel, I'm realizing now, that is a decent value, right? Because you're diving into the backline. If they're peeling enough, The Yunara can melt you down, but it does increase your your time alive. If only you can get more damage, that should be good. That should be all you could really ask for. As we see an engage a little bit here, the Wukong using the ult to disengage, flashes in to get that knockup. Master G takes down Emmerich, and that's their front line gone. Always saw him trying to get something out of it, but it's not enough. Gets bursted down and taken out by the Rel. Echo takes one back. Double kill, evening out the scoreline in the kill. Now it's just the Rel versus the Echo. The Echo clearly has more damage, but but also has less health. There is that burn augment. We'll see if they can burn him down. I don't know if this Rel's fast enough. They're going to use the crash down to try to close the distance, but okay. The Rel accepting that they don't have the capabilities is just going to pop the Rammus. Yeah, another reset here. Barely a 100 gold, 300 gold lead for T2. It does not feel like it, though. A flash from there's a flash snowball from the Zinzao, trying to find a desperate engage here. And Fuzzball is going to go for the engage themselves. They're poking down so much on this Echo. Dragon is going to have to use the rewind. And it's going to find a kill into the Yunara. Again, another turnaround. Fuzzball is going to fall. Double kill for the Echo. Will it be an ace? Triple kill is the goal for this Echo. Storm is going to find the portal, try to make the escape, try to delay the kill. Find the death timer. Massive damage on Emmerich. What was that? Emmerich is forced to retreat, but the Echo is going to find that ace, is going to find the triple kill. And now that should be the inhibitor turret. Mass G now looking to defend the base, or defend the inhibitor. Low health bars on the side of Team Handicap, though. One good engage. The Wukong is going to go in, but there's no follow-up. Their team is so far behind. No ult either. He's going to go for the ult now. He's going to knock up 3 of them. But there's no follow-up. Always Sam's going to go down. Mass G, now they're going psycho. Triple kill instantly in the blink of an eye. Yunara on the home turf. Ionian Howling Abyss is going to score the ace. But like we said earlier, it's going to take some time for them to march back to that inhibitor turret. If they can get some damage, if they can get the turret down, that'd be great. But we'll see. It's only about 5 seconds left on pretty much everybody on Team Handicapped. So they will get that inhibitor tower, but that's about all they will get before Team Handicapped will make their way back. They have to. Are they going to push for more? Because I can guarantee Team Handicapped wants some. They're going to find the snowball onto Mass G. They're going to go for it. The wind becomes lightning. Finds the Yunara. They're going to pop the ultimate to mitigate that damage. And nothing comes of it. But Mass G is super low health. They're going to wait for the cooldowns to come back. And as soon as those cooldowns come back, it's going to be mayhem. There he goes. Yunara down. No damage for the side of 3 heart steals. Now they're on the run for their lives, so they can at least stall before the Yunara comes back. Stormy galloping away. Uses the crash down to delay the kill a little bit, but always some should eventually take it. No, they're going to escape under tower. So now it's tough, right? Because the Yunara's going to come back up at full health, full everything, has probably spent some gold. You're not at full HP. What are you going to do? Stormy goes for an engage a little bit too early, I think. Your Yunara wasn't even up yet. You didn't have damage to follow up on it. Always Sam's going to go in, try to get a kill onto Fuzzballs, but he's going to take it now by Mass G. Echo soon to follow for the double kill. Now they're going to chase. Snowball going to miss onto Emrigs. And now Yunara, the damage carry, once again, triple kill. And they're going to defend that turret. Oh, nope, I had to say something. And they're going to run back down the Howling Abyss. But again, there's so much time to take. You have super minions to clear. And that's going to take way longer than the 10 seconds it takes for all of them to get to the other side. The Heartsteel at 1,400 stacks. The only Heartsteel online for 3 Heartsteals is the one on Rel with 300. That is quite the differential for a non-tank. Someone has that Anvil bubble as well, which would be great stats. I'm not sure who it is, but yeah, there are Anvils there. They can get some extra stats from there. So the longer this game goes, we're at 14 minutes now, the more juiced up one of these champions are going to be. I have confirmed that is the Echo, so that Echo is going to have a lot more stats to work with, which is really scary. Really, really, really scary if you're 3 heart steals. Rel's going to get back onto that horse. A lot of tension here. Just trying to clear out the waves. Crash down onto Aoi-san, but again, she's so tanky, she just escapes here. Big group up, shut down into the Yanara, and there's the damage. This might be curtains here. Fuzzball tries to escape, but Aoi-san is going to dash onto the Yanara. Wind becomes lightning, finds Fuzzball, and the Wukong is going to be back in the hibernation. As tanky as this Rel is, I don't think it's enough to take down 3 members of Team Handicapped. It looked sketchy there for a second, but the 5-0 streak continues. It ticks up to 6 as Team Handicaps will move on to the finals. The Rel falls, and the Nexus will explode. GG's, the Team Handicapped.
Bro, Alon, you're so good at that.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, this made me realize tomorrow the mics don't have to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, is the grand final match of our 3v3 ARAM Mayhem tournament tonight in the ASU Esports Lounge. We have T2 running the double tank AD comp that has worked so well so far in the tournament. We've got Kale on the Swain, once more Annie on the Cho'Gath, and Abyss Paradox on that Ezreal. On the flip side, our undefeated team, Team Handicapped, Emrigs on the Scion, Dragon on the Quinn, and Talia being played by Always Home. Immediately first off, this kind of Archer on a wall comp, as I'll call it, with this Ezreal as the ADC in the backline, and then these two beefy, tanky frontliners, is going to be, it's a tried and true combo, especially Swain with Soul Eater. I mean, we're going to be stacking that HP. 100 ability haste Ezreal. I mean, that is going to be machine gun already. And then, wowza. That is a perseverance. That is a lot of health. All right, so there's a lot to go on. But yeah, they have an Executioner Talia, which will be good for a lot of health, because if you build like Leandries and stuff, anti-tank. That Scion does have 100% item haste, which will be really interesting to see how they play around that. They might not at all. It's only a bronze augment. But the critical rhythm, crit chance, that's going to be really important for damage. And this Quinn is going to be really important for getting through these tanks, get damage on these tanks, and like trying to find an angle into this game, right? The Scion is gonna, if they're gonna dive in and try to CC anybody, it's the Ezreal, obviously. Don't think it needs to be said. The Talia knockup is also gonna be pretty crucial. But if you're, wanting to melt down these tanks, it's gonna be maybe a Leandries, Talia. It's gonna be this Quinn, and it's gonna be on this Quinn to not be poked down so much, so they can survive to do this damage. Because there's a lot of chain CC too. You have the Swain immobilization, which will get him max HP, and then you have the Cho'Gath CC as well. So there's a lot of options for both teams, a lot of game plans that they need to be looking out for. Again, and also this is a rematch. That's exciting. T2 has a lot of stake on them. I mean, both teams have stake. This is for all the marbles, right? So there's a lot of stake, and then also T2, you're wanting to take revenge, right? They stole your undefeated run. You could have been undefeated if it weren't for Team Handicapped. So they're looking to take the revenge and swing it back in their favor in this best of one to decide it all. So far, not a lot happening in the first 2 minutes. Very contrary to the last couple of games. Usually there's a fight right around now, but health bars are getting low. People are going to start itching for some fights. There it is. There's the engage onto the Ezreal. Like I was just saying, the Sion's going to want to go in, but I think stays in a little too much, and now there's a HP advantage for the side of T2. The Sion is going to get caught by that snowball. He's going to dash in. Not enough damage just yet to kill that Sion. Maybe if you're Sion, you did want to take the death for the reset, but who knows? We'll see. A pull back onto the Talia. That should be that Talia's life. First blood for the Cho'Gath, and the Sion will be soon to follow. Does have that zombie form to maybe get some more damage. Maybe even a kill onto this Cho'Gath. Silence on the Quinn is not going to matter. Shutdown for the Sion, and they're going to take down the Quinn as well. So 3 kills on the board to the 1 for 3 kills for T2. And once again, another advantage for T2 to start out. And yeah, this scaling is going to be... T2 wants to survive till endgame, because then you got True Machine Gun just walks up and W blows him up. Yeah, that Ezreal's like goner. Now's around the time to take some deaths, though. It's not too bad if you have a lot of kills. Knockup is going to hit onto the Cho'Gath. Swain's going to go in, try to get some damage up. It's healing a lot of damage just for standing in the middle of 3 people. Is this champion balance? We'll see. Emrig's taking a lot of damage. They'll take the health pack, though. Oh, takes the snowball. Maybe expecting to get a kill there. Oh, the Q is going to strike true. What a shot from half court. It's going to go straight into that Sion. Or straight into... The Quinn's going to fall, too. Kale going to live on just barely enough HP to survive. Double kill for the Ezreal. More gold onto this 80 carry is going to spell tragedy for for the side of Team Handicapped here. There's going to be a lot of damage on Ezreal. There's the Heartsteel for the Scion and the Cho'Gath, so pretty classic takes. But now we have the Ezreal sandwich in between two members of Team Handicapped. They're going to just get killed down, shut down onto the Quinn. That's where you like your gold to be going. Wall coming out from the Talia, try to catch and pincer this Cho'Gath. On the wrong side of the wall, though, isn't going to be able to, it does get the knock up into the rocks. Will they be able to find the damage? I think so. No, they won't. They won't find the damage. The Cho'Gath will walk out scot-free. And only the one kill. Or the 2 kills, I guess. Because Kale's just getting back into lane. And now we've kind of reached another lull state. It's not really enough health to really do anything. So just more poke. Those Qs from the Ezreal will do a lot. Steal your heart from the Swain. Oh no, this Swain is gonna be huge again. And more ability haste. That's gonna stack up again. Those ability haste augments are gonna be part of the same set. So they're gonna synergize with each other and give even more bonuses, the more ability haste. Phenomenal Evil Talia. See, there's some damage there. And Demon Dance, that's a lot of text. Okay, Fleet Footwork and Grasp of the Undying. There's some more HP stacking. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot more interesting stuff. I like the Phenomenal Evil stack on the Talia. That means more damage. It's not just on the Quinn to do damage here. But it's going to take some time. And the Scion is going to die here. They're going to take out the Cho'Gath surely in response. 1-for-1 here for both teams. The Swain's just going to go straight into 3 of them. He can afford to. He has so much health and so much sustain. Always Some is going to go down now. And the Quinn is forced to stay back behind the inhibitor turret, which is now their only forward turret surviving. This Swain, what a lucky roll for the side of T2. It's going to take a lot for Handicap. They're going to have to prove why they went 5-0 in the first place to take down the Swain. But yeah, the Sion's going to cannonball in. And now they're looking to chase. I have a feeling, no, they're not going to be able to chase. The Talia wall comes in, but I think it's a little too late. The Quinn is going to go down. But the shutdown onto the Swain, or onto the Talia from the Swain kill. And the knockback is going to save Always Some from dying from the Cho'Gath. Just barely surviving. It's going to get the health pack. And now Sion's in their backline too. They're just going to start smacking the Cho'Gath. Ezreal Qs are going to hurt a little bit here if they can land these poke shots, these mystic shots. And it's looking like it's going to be another back and forth game. So far, a 1k gold lead for the side of T2. This Swain, I'm gonna keep saying it until they prove me wrong, but it's like 3 team fight cycle before the Swain goes down. So they just need to be super careful. Dragon playing really far up here. He's gonna get hit by that stack. It's gonna get even more stacks for the Swain, get him even tankier. And there's just so much pressure being put onto Team Handicap now. Not enough poke. Again, the Quinn is going to get caught out here. Dragon needs to play a little bit safer. Otherwise, that happens. They're so low now, but maybe Team 2 is playing a little too far forward. The Cho'Gath that's just in 3 of them in their base is going to get 2 kills for it. Never punished. Is going to go down in the end, but I think you take that trade. You get 2 kills and immediate recall. Thanks for the recall. And can spend that gold right away. And your other teammates are just hitting your turret. Riggs pops the ult, try to get the Ezreal, maybe get a kill there. Oh, hits the auto hit a minion. The slow from there has to use the flash to take the kill, and now they're on to the Swain. The rest of Team Handicap is slowly following. The Quinn should get there quite soon as well. But there's just so much Swain sustain on the Abyss right now. It's going to give some time for Annie to come back and stall even more for the Ezreal. The big knockup, big damage, a surprising amount of damage onto Awisam. Is just going to try her best to get down the Swain. It's not going to be enough. The Scion is going to follow the zombie form. Maybe can he get... Oh, nice dash forward onto the Swain. Might take him down. The Quinn ends up taking the kill. And now they can turn the fight onto the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath has to flash out. Zombie form, even more damage. Gonna channel the Hawk. Try to get some speed. But the Ezreal is caught up now, so there's no way they can win that fight. Dragon, the Soul Survivor, Recursion, more ability haste on this Ezreal. This Ezreal is playing ARAM, honestly. With all these augments, more Soul Eater stacking, more health. The later this game goes, the Phenomenal Evil won't mean anything if they're just scaling faster. Got a big brain onto the Always Saw him on the Talia, which should be some shielding, should be some survivability. But oh man, look at the damage. Just chunked out. The shield doesn't matter. Shrink Engine. It's gonna provide some move speed, or it's provide a little bit of some tools to get past all of this. But then again, there's a large tool. There's a large wall, excuse me, to get through, and you're gonna knock up the Quinn, and that's half the damage gone already. I'd say more than half, as Always Sam is now the lone damage dealer standing. Half health on the Cho'Gath. Riggs trying their best to hold the line. Stall for 15 seconds, but it's taking so much poke just to do so. This inhib turret is as good as gone. They're just going to dash in and try to get something onto the Ezreal. They see the angle, but the knock up, the chain CC, the peel is too good, but it has the ultimate still. We'll see if they have the damage. Oh, Arcane shifts out. Really good movement. Great cooldown timing on Paradox. But has to run into the carries of Team Handicapped, and there's a lot of the damage done. Swain goes in just to peel for the Cho'Gath and prove an annoyance onto Always Sam. He's going to take that kill right now. Quinn is going to take down the Cho'Gath. Is a 2v1 now. We'll see if the Swain can do as they've done before. The root hits onto the Quinn. There's so much sustain. There's no damage. There's no damage. The Quinn can't even get in without risk of just getting absolutely blown up. Riggs having to run away. Knows they can't win that fight. Knows they don't have enough damage. Always some 10 minutes on the way, 10 seconds on the way. 10 minutes would be detrimental. Riggs is just slowly burning down. There's no way. He can't move. Door stuck. The door is stuck, and the door is about to close on Riggs. SC Kale, almost back to full HP. The wall gonna try to trap in, but the snowball saying, nope, I'm right back in your face. You're not done with me yet. Always Saw him getting bursted down. The rocks getting laid down. But Team Handicap now stuck between a rock and a hard place as 3 members roam the abyss. And over 10 seconds on the death timers as the inhibitor falls. Such a different story from round 5 of round robins. The double tank ADC meta proves its worth once again. One last push, one last effort. Valor has been to be stealed here from the Quinn. They're going to go onto this Cho'Gath, but you're just soaking damage into nothing. Always some. Just laying all the damage into this Cho'Gath. Gets enough. The Scion's peeling the Ezreal off, though. There's not a lot of damage. Has to run back into the team. Now they're all regrouped. It's a little bit of a pincer. We'll see if they can do something. The pull back onto the Quinn. That's a lot of damage that they can remove. Yep, there's the snowball. Executed from the Cho'Gath. Knock up onto Owisam. The rocks can't save her now. The Ezreal's alive at barely enough HP. Riggs is still alive, but I'm not sure how much this zombie can do to bring this game back to life. The Ezreal just barely escapes on a sliver of health. It's looking very hopeless. 13 minutes. The last time these two met, it was a seesaw. It was a back and forth. It was a battle. It was a struggle. But now, it's looking like a slaughter. 3 members, just kill after kill. One more head for the trophy rack. One more trophy for the collection. As they draw this out, T2 wants to make them feel the loss streak loss. They want them to make them feel. They want to make them feel this loss. They want to savor this victory. 1 Nexus turret left in between them and the crown. That gives Team Handicapped another chance, though. We'll see. One last push. The Ezreal's really low still. The Sion's on the Ezreal, but the Arcane shipped out. So much ability haze is coming into fruition. Does take down the Ezreal, so there's no more ADC. But SC Kale doesn't have the ultimate, but has all the healing still. The Cho'Gath, the stacks is happening. The health is healthing. And the walls are staying up. By the time this Cho'Gath will reach half health, the Ezreal will be back in lane, and the fight will be over as we know it. The Sion chopping down the thickest tree you've ever seen. And once they get down to this one, they have another tree to chop down. Should have picked the Lumberjack skin. Should have just picked the Lumberjack. Always saw him just going to take all the damage. No rock. Man, no rock and rolling. SC Kale might finally go out. No, the healing has the ultimate up. What am I even talking about? What am I even saying? I shouldn't even speak. I think there's more health in this game than there are players for this video game. 3 members marching towards the Nexus turrets. 10 seconds on Owisam. It's wraps. They lost the streak, but they gained the crown. T2 to the 4th will claim the trophy and will be the champions of our 3v3 ARAM Mayhem tournament. All right, and here it is our final, close to final standings. But here we are, our first place. We had a third place match off camera against Ash and 3 Heartsteals, and Ash came out on top. They're here right now. Yeah, congratulations, Ash, on third place. There you go. Yeah. Round of applause in house. Yeah, go ahead. And then, if I understand it, who? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we'll take the extras. It was one of your guys' first time playing League of Legends.
Yeah.
What was your?
My first time playing League of Legends.
Tell me about it.
So having played Valorant before, it was like a completely different experience, and my teammates are. I got a great team, by the way. They helped me out. They came in clutch. So yeah.
Awesome. Hey, staying in the Rise sphere, you're locked in for life now, buddy. But yeah, congratulations to Team Ash. Very well done. Valiant effort. Our second place team, by also a very valiant effort, if it weren't for the Crows, is Team Handicapped. If they want to come up here and claim their prize. Yeah. We have to talk about that 5-0 streak, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was 6-0. You guys went 6-0. I mean, what was that like? I mean, riding off that high. I mean, tell me about your experience.
It was nice, yeah. I mean, we were really on a roll. We just kept going. We were really confident when it came to the finals, but it happens, you know. We tried our best. It was fun, though. So.
We kept on getting really balanced teams. It was awesome. We had an ADC and a tank in almost every game.
Very, very fair and balanced. But yeah, props to you guys. You guys did incredible. It was incredible to watch your games.
Ali did like
The sub 8-minute game was just incredible to watch. It was, I think it's your second game, a round 2 game. That was incredible. But props to you guys. Congratulations. And last but not least, T2 to the fourth power. I mean, they had that much power. I think they had that much health, a little bit more than that. In that last game there, give it up for T2 to the 4th, your first place champions. Here you go. Yeah, nice. This isn't your first time competing. I've seen you guys a couple before. Okay. Where's Kale? It's my understanding you got the Swain twice.
Yes.
There are some people in here that might make allegations that you're a Swain merchant.
I am a Swain.
What do you say to that?
Yeah, I am a Swain merchant. You know, I knew as soon as I got Swain in the roles, I'm like, yeah, this game's over. It's just GG. So it was easy.
Well, yeah, you heard it there. There's no refuting that. They just didn't even deflect it. Yeah, enjoy. Unless you guys have any winners' thoughts, you guys want to put on. Yeah.
The last game was uber blessed. I got everything I wanted. He got everything he wanted. Ani did fantastic. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, props to you guys. Give it one more time for our T2 to the 4th, our champions of tonight's Free Friday event. And to you, the viewer at home, I know you can't see us right now, but we appreciate you for being here, all of you that are here. And yeah, come check us out, ASU Esports Lounge. Free Friday events every week. They're free to join, so come check it out. And have a good night.